Hello and welcome to another video by MyWorkingCapital, your one-stop shop for all things early careers, where top tips and tricks are made simple and easy to digest. In today's video, we'll be going over some of the most frequently asked questions and assumptions held by students, especially for those who are interested in finance. If you're just starting university or you know someone who doesn't know where to start, we're here to help. If you like what you see here on the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button and smash the like button, as it really helps us on our way to reaching our goal of helping over 10,000 students. This is simply not true, though it's often the case that those who get good grades end up at top universities and therefore stand a better chance of gaining a full-time graduate place or offers for spring weeks and summer internships. Grades are just one part of a candidate's application. The idea that you must have all A stars and A's as a prerequisite to competing for a place is false. Here at MWC, we know candidates who have had grades ranging from A star all the way to C on their CVs and have still found their way onto prestigious programs. So contrary to popular belief, roles within finance, internships and spring weeks are also available to candidates who don't have the highest of grades. Yes, of course grades are important and certain firms may put a greater emphasis on your scores, but when looking at finance as a whole, perfect grades are not a must. Another widely held assumption that isn't true. Those who study economics and finance are more likely to consider a career in finance in the first place, and so naturally you have more of those type of students applying to such programs. However, the industry as a whole promotes diversity of thought and encourages applicants from all sorts of subject backgrounds to apply to their programs. Simply have a look on LinkedIn and you're likely to come across those who work in banks and have studied a wide variety of courses like geography, classics, engineering, law, chemistry, politics, and much more. The knowledge and skills you need to do the job will often be taught to you in training sessions typically held by firms in the first few weeks of a role or summer internship. So there's no need for applicants to have studied economics or finance. Applicants from all subject backgrounds are welcomed. If you've enjoyed this video so far or have any questions on some of the points we've mentioned, be sure to leave a comment down below. For candidates who are typically applying to spring weeks, for example, those who have just started university are not expected to have already done finance internships, and so experience gained from working a part-time job, for example, is more than welcomed. These type of experiences go a long way in demonstrating skills that can be just as applicable to many roles in finance. Time management, professionalism. If you had a leadership role whilst working this job, for example, then leadership skills. That cliche saying that no experience is bad experience does ring true here. So don't hesitate to apply just because you don't have an abundance of directly related experience, especially when it comes to internship programs. For candidates who feel they have little to no experience, this is where Insight Days come in. Attending an Insight Day can go a long way in improving your knowledge of a firm and showcase your interest, both of which can boost your CV and application. If you want more information on spring weeks and why Insight Days are important, feel free to check out our previous videos. We'll leave a link to them down below. Yes. The short answer is yes. Now, when talking about top tier universities, we're referring to universities like Oxbridge, UCL, LSE, Warwick, Imperial, and so forth. It's true that firms will want to have a greater presence on campuses like these through hosting events, partnering with various societies, and having ambassadors, and so naturally more of these type of students end up working at top tier institutions. Nevertheless, there are still hundreds if not thousands of students who attend top tier universities up and down the country and all over the world who still struggle to get roles within finance. But there are also candidates who enter finance having not attended a top tier university at undergraduate level. Of course, the numbers paint a tough picture, but there is a way through. There are loads of divisions and different routes into banking. Candidates need to have an open mind and be willing to try other roles and positions as a route to break into investment banking and finance as a whole. If you don't go to a top tier university, it's still very possible to break into banking, but it takes a well thought out strategy and persistence. Here at MWC, our team consists of students and graduates who have completed internships at Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, BlackRock and much more, all without going to a quote-unquote top-tier university. So we know from first-hand experience that it's possible. And so there you have it, some of the frequently asked questions and widely held assumptions of students when it comes to entering banking and finance. If you have any more questions or anything else you'd like us to cover, feel free to reach out to us on our socials. Until next time.